Well, Miss Cynthia Evans, I would like to welcome you to Legacy Now. And how is life treating you, dear?
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm even more excited that I have this platform to speak with you, Charles. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I should thank you because, like I said, I'm one for. I love to do some homework and just check out a lot of different things that people do, and what you're doing is a tremendous thing, not just for the children on a global scale, but also for the people universally too. That's not just willing to help out and for causes and doing a lot of different things. So I'm going to start by saying thank you for doing all that you do, and I appreciate you, even though we've just interacted and started our communication process. But I was a fan of yours since day one, my dear. So I got to make sure I publicly put that out there and tell you that, hey, I don't have to kick it with you for a long period of time to know and show my appreciation for a good woman for a lot of reasons. So I'm throwing it out there, sweetheart. Got to give you some love.
Well, thank you. We greatly appreciate it. Beneath His Wings Foundation, definitely, we are inspiring to brighten the light that shines within our children, our military veterans, who are our heroes.
So why don't you give the listeners and the people out there that will be listening to it just a little bit of a background on how Beneath His Wings Foundation came about, and what's the long-term goal and purpose for what you're doing right now?
Okay. Well, I guess I would like to start off by saying I am the CEO of Beneath His Wings Foundation, but I actually got my start by growing up in a military town. My first job was on a military base. I actually didn't realize that I had any type of singing talent or music writing talent, because as a child I didn't have the opportunity to pursue those. And at a later age, when I branched out, actually auditioned for a band after I told, hey, you have a voice. I auditioned for Say What, I was selected out of 15 people that auditioned to be the lead singer and songwriter. So it stemmed from getting the experience of writing and performing. From there, I branched out to Sin and the Sensations, which is a band that I put together, and then on to Sin and Entertainment, where we put on music and comedy shows. From that, we had military servicemen in the audience that said that they were inspired by what we were doing. So that's one of the steps. There's others, but I'll start with that and say that it has been a very fulfilling adventure.
And the adventure is still continuing, and for people out there who is interested and wanting to be a part of Beneath His Wings Foundation, you can go to beneathhiswingsfoundation.org. You can be able to look at all the different things that's going on as far as websites. You can donate. You can also volunteer. There's a lot of different, not just clicks and icon things you can push, and we'll talk about some of the fundraising events and things like that shortly. But it's a website that you should bookmark, you should be able to check out, and you should show a lot of appreciation, because to me, what struck me was just the fact that the stuff that you're doing is something that really tugs on my heartstrings, because you're doing a lot of it for not just the children and the military service men and women. You're doing it also for a lot of people who don't really have a direction, or it's hard for them to figure out, like, if they want to do something nonprofit or if they want to donate and things like that as well. So it's a lot of it is educational for some of the people who's been pretty interested in wanting to be a part of this, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. We are really trying to expand. As you know, we've had some great volunteers that have taken us this far. With the school, we're currently looking for a new location, new office location, instruments, and like you said, volunteers to really help expand it for the children within our community.
So you've been
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
And we're already working with the great comedians within the Bay Area, and also musicians that help put together the music. And so that's what makes the program so wonderful, because when we do have the school and and the students learning and doing recitals and programs. We're going to share that with the veterans whom will go out and uplift with the music that we have created through the school.
So you've been doing this for almost a few years now, right?
Yes, we have.
Taking on this, and what has been a lot of let's just say some of the benefits as far as just taking this on, because any dream that is dreamt throughout the universe, I feel, especially if you're starting building a nonprofit or just a regular standardized company trying to be able to make ends meet and make an impact. It starts with one person, but also it starts with a team. And you can't really do everything by yourself. So, that journey that you started from the very beginning, what's been some of the highlights and some of the struggles that you've had taking on a foundation as large as this?
Yeah, one of the struggles, like I said before, expanding, it takes funding. You can only go so much with everybody volunteering. So that's been, one of the biggest issues, getting the word out there that what we're trying to do. Trying to keep it from state to state, trying to touch the children that would love to explore music and learn music. Now, one of the highlights would be me actually doing a performance in San Francisco at the Community Living Center, where I had a veteran said that I sang him to sleep, singing our theme song, which is Wind Beneath Our Wings. So that's the highlight of doing all the shows, is that they come up and they say thank you, and thank you for not forgetting about us. And that's what our platform is all about, shining that light and letting them know that they are special, the children are special, the children are our future, and because of the efforts that the veterans have done and continue to do, that's why we're there, to let them know that they are wind beneath our wings.
BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org is the website. Cynthia Evans is our guest. She is the CEO of this nonprofit foundation, and I'm going to ask you a couple of little things as far as on the music side. I mean, you've discovered that you have a voice and you like to sing, and when did it become a passion? Like, when did somebody tell you that, hey, you know what, this is really, really good and you should really, really try it? And
it's been from a child. I've always wanted to sing, but we didn't have the means to do so.
Really?
So it was always there and in dear, to my heart. But until I was older, to actually have someone hear me sing one day and say, hey, you know what, your voice sounds pretty good. I know a band that's there auditioning. And so from there, I thought, wow, if I had the opportunity as a child to learn how to play piano, to take vocal lessons, what could I have had to contribute, to further my music career? So that stems from me wanting to give it, back to the children, for those that have a desire and need a platform to seek it out.
So you're more or less like, okay, well, you know what, I have this talent. So you were a budding star as a child, just waiting to break out and find this lane that you can be in. And I mean, multi-talented is, I guess it might be an understatement, right? I mean, now you have a band and now you're doing a lot of good things. So when it comes to singing, though, what are some of the different genres of music that you as an artist, because I can call you an artist. I mean, anytime you sing with a band, you're an artist, right? So what are some of the songs you like to sing, or some of the things that you like to do? And are you a writer yourself? Do you write your own music?
I do have some original songs. I really like neo soul, R&B, but I do sing a little bit of pop. But it's not even about me, Charles. It's not about me. It's really about the children and letting the children find a place in such hard times, when everybody needs to have a form of inspiration. So that's really my focus. That was the path that led me to the vision that I'm trying to continue to expand. But it's all about the children and the veterans.
Mm-hmm. And you know why I wanted to throw this out there for the people out there that will be listening to this is because it starts somewhere. Because anytime that someone such as yourself, talented as you are, didn't have the breaks that you wanted to have as a child, and now you're being able to offer opportunity for other children out there is tremendous, and do it on a scale where The funny thing about tonight, I was talking to my daughter about just Veterans Day and Memorial Day, and just just a lot of different things as far as what our military service men and women do for each other and for the communities and for the state, entire United States and beyond.
Right.
And I think it's big that someone like yourself can be able to start a journey, and for someone like yourself to be able to talk about the journey, but also someone to be able to, out there that's listening, is going to be inspired, because, hey, you know what, it may have took Cynthia Evans a little longer to get to where she is as far as music and doing a lot of different things to help others, but she's doing it. So it doesn't have a timeline if you still have that motivation to do it, right?
Exactly. When you have love and when you have passion, there is no time. There is no time clock. So that's what it's all about. We're trying to make it happen. We're looking for people to volunteer. We like to have partnerships and sponsorships. As a matter of fact, we have a fundraiser going on right now. Tommy T's is one of our sponsors. So you can go on the website and get your tax-deductible ticket to see Mark Curry on the 13th. We have Coco Brown on November the 22nd. And just come out and support. I mean, we can't do it without you, and that's why I appreciate so much the platform to share what we're trying to do. So thank you, Charles. Thank you.
BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org is the website. You can go ahead and pick up the tickets. As Ms. Evans said, you can go ahead and purchase it. Easy purchase. The 13th, Mark Curry is going to be on deck to be able to make you laugh. And tell me a little bit about just hooking up with Mark Curry and just being able to just put something together when it comes to this particular event that's going on the 13th of November.
Okay, yes. Actually, Tommy T's, after researching what our programs meant, they were great sponsors. And so they put together a percentage of ticket sales or donations would benefit Beneath His Wings Foundation. So it is all arranged through Tommy T's, with them being one of our fantastic sponsors. And also, I wanted to remind those out there, please support us. Now, the deadline for the fundraiser is November the 10th. So if you want to get your tickets online, it has to be done online, not at the door. You have to get them through BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org website. But I am looking forward to meeting Mark Curry and Coco Brown in a long-lasting future of fundraising for the foundation.
Absolutely, and not only Tommy T's is a sponsor, you also have a list of a few sponsors too that's, in a lot of ways pretty big as far as the names, not just the radio stations, but also the Marriott and also a few other places. And when it comes to sponsorships and certain not just companies, but individuals, celebrities, different types of people that would like to do certain things as far as a sponsorship, what can they do?
They can do anything their heart desires, from their time, from helping with fundraising events, instruments, teachers, donating a location for the school. We're open. So our arms would be appreciative to any support that could be offered from anyone.
And I think one of the best things from BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org, when you get onto the website, you can actually see the mission statement right there in front of you. It's not one of those things where you have to fish for it or you have to try to get as much information. The content on the website is a beautiful thing. People can check it out. Legacy now has beautiful CEO Cynthia Evans of Beneath His Wings Foundation is our guest. And back to, I kind of feel like, when it comes to doing certain things, I always want to try to get the listeners and the people to know a little bit more about you as the person. So when it comes to your thoughts about not just music in our schools, but our school systems, you're out here in California with me. Right. And I know this is a global thing, and it goes out to a lot of different people in different states. But I mean, how do you feel in general about our school systems and the desire and the want, the need to make sure that we are better taken care of as far as our children? Like, our children need to be taken care of on a school level.
Right, exactly, and definitely to be inspired. And that's where the budget cuts have really interfered with the music program. I actually reached out to a school in the community, and I was told that music's only offered to the sixth graders. Well, what about the other children?
Right.
You know, music is a way of learning, of building self-esteem. So that's why I really believe that having that not being a part of the school curriculum is really hurtful to the children.
I remember once upon a time, I was in the maybe 6th, 7th grade, and you had options whether you wanted to play the flute or the
right.
the trombone or the drums or something like that. And
Yeah.
and growing up, it was easy. It was easy for us to just pick one, and then the next day we had our drum. Well, my mom would want me to. She didn't want me to play drums, so And then you also had piano, and because of certain things like that in schools, and then I had a grandma who literally made us play the piano. Like it was to the point where now God rest her soul, grandma, I love you to death. Now I can play it pretty good. So certain things like that, not just schools, but also family encouragement. Is needed, and it's important because there's a lot of young men, young little girls who actually desire to play. They want to play the piano or the drums. They want to be the next Sheila E. or the piano player, the next Stevie Wonder or something like that. So I think it's important for people to really pay attention to not just what our children need, but also the school systems and providing them exactly what they need to be able to evolve. I think it's important.
Exactly, Charles. It's all about the inspiration. And, music lessons on a private level are so expensive. Our lessons, schools are free. The entertainment for the veterans are free. If you're in the nearby surrounding area, you can come in and see the uplifting music and, music and laughter for free, because it's all about brightening the light that shines within the hearts of everyone.
When you talk about donating and donating time, donating just not just material, but also of course time. Also, artists who would like to donate their time by doing performances for the veterans, that can also be set up through you, right?
Yes, definitely, and also the mentorships. When we get the school, the location, we would love to have different artists come in and speak to the children. Share their experience. How did they get there? What better way to actually be able to have hands-on, with those that you see on TV or hear on the radio. And so that's what we're
amazing.
Trying to establish here with the help of everyone that's listening.
Amazing. I always like to just, tell certain things, and just going through your website, and before we had a chance to verbally speak, and just knowing what I know about the things that you do, like, when I went to beneathhiswingsfoundation.org, and I just really absorbed everything that you have to offer as far as what you're about, trying to build this nonprofit foundation. I got chills. I got chills for the simple fact that I love our kids, and in a lot of ways, I don't like our direction that they're going when it comes to lack of education and our lack of looking out for our children. Because when we grew up, it was our next door neighbors was just like a parent too. So if you did anything outside of the norm, that neighbor would let our parents know, and either that or we would feel the wrath of that neighbor, and our parents would be completely cool with it. So that each one teach one, it takes a village mentality is needed, not just through foundations like this, but also just in everyday life, right? Because it's lacking right now. It's missing.
Yeah, that's true. And we definitely want to have that platform, a building where children come in, they lighten up, and that's what it's about. Mom, I want to do the music program today. I want to go see musicians there today. I want to go and practice my singing today and my piano lessons today.
Right.
And so the vision is hot. The vision is vast, and we're going to keep taking every day as it comes. And we want to be here today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
And all that comes Foundation.org is the website. Cynthia Evans is our guest, Legacy Now, and Long term, in addition to everything that we talked about just now, long term success is definitely going to take, of course, you know, the leadership of you, but the leadership from us as far as not just media, but also we just talked about just the people that's willing to donate pure time, not just an hour out of a day or a week out of a month or whatever. It just takes a lot of consistent performances as far as our donating time. It's the only way that's going to keep foundations like this and other foundations evolve, right?
That's true. That's true. And that's what we're counting on. We're hoping from one heart to the next that we'll continue to expand.
Gotcha. And what about you in general? And we kind of talked and/or text a little bit before, and it's just, you know, as hard as you work, like, you know, in your spare time, what do you like to do in addition to everything else that you do, being, you know, superwoman that does everything? What are some of your downtime, some of the things you like to do in your spare time?
My downtime is actually another branch. I'm working on my own novel. And that takes, you know, very little time that I have because my extracurricular activities are working for the foundation. I'm up, you know, sometimes 12 hours out of the day. The day's waking up after 12 hours and working some more. You know, when you have a passion and a desire, there is no, like I said, there is no time frame. So all my time has been given to that. This is my baby. This is my baby. So other than just trying to get the word out, I guess that's what I've enjoyed doing, and that's been the fun I've had on the side.
You just continue to just push and push and push and push.
Push. I know.
I love it, though. I love it. I mean, and I love it because it's inspiring. I think anybody out there that's listening could get a sense of, you know, they want to know exactly what the foundation stands for, the mission statement, but also the work ethic of the CEO and the person that actually is putting everything together. You know, and again, I implore everyone to go to beneathhiswingsfoundation.org and donate, not just financially, but also your time to be able to extend this mission, because of course it's you know, we have a lovely leader in Cynthia Evans, but also she's encouraging everyone to be leaders themselves and take this opportunity to be a part of something that's going to be huge. Because again, I'm big. I you know, my daughter is my only biological child, but I have children all over the world that I want to see grow and see succeed in this lifetime, especially when we're not here. When we're gone, 100 years from now or whatever, we want to see these kids succeed, and we want to be able to help teach them, and not just to be good people growing up, but to be good parents and to be able to do the same thing. That's how you leave a legacy. So I just really look at your mission, and I'm all in. I told you, I'm your helper forever, and that's how it's going to be. And I just want other people to do the same.
Thank you. We would greatly appreciate that. Very much so. And again, thank you for the platform to be able to share the vision that has been instilled within Beneath His Wings Foundation and myself.
You are more than welcome. Why don't you give out all the social media information and things like that before we let you go? I already told everybody, and I'll tell everybody again, BeneathHisWingsFoundation.org is the website. You can go check it out. You can also go ahead and purchase your tickets for November 13th, which has comedian Mark Curry. You can get the tickets now on the website, and you can also get the tickets for Coco Brown November 22nd also. And just keep in mind, people, that all this that's going on is during my birthday month, because November 28th is my birthday. So, you know, I get to celebrate with Mark Curry on the 13th. I get to go hang out with Coco Brown on the 22nd.
Yay, come on out.
So, you know, I'm there. So, you know, if I'm telling y'all to be there, I should. Hey, it's my birthday month, even though the birthday is on November 28th. I'm celebrating early, people, so y'all should go out there and do it again. But yeah, give out all the social media action that you have going on right now, also.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. We have, you can follow us on Twitter at BHW Foundation, and also on Facebook we have Soldiers of Courage comedy tours, and also Beneath His Wings Foundation on Facebook.
All right, everybody. I want not just follows, pure follows. Someone out there that can start tweeting and showing all the social media love. I want hashtag BHW Foundation. I want all that stuff, not just tonight and tomorrow, but all the way through, not just this entire year, but next year, year after that as well. Cynthia Evans, CEO of Beneath His Wings Foundation, I want to thank you for taking time out.
Thank you, Charles. And everyone, make your light shine bright.
Appreciate it, my queen.
Thank you.